J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I finally got a few things in order. Like I say, I've been trying to get this other setup together. It still is not exactly how I would like to have some things, but nevertheless, we making progress, and that's what life all about. Putting one foot forward in front of the other, making progress. We about to talk about this last BMF episode for season 2, episode 4, fire episode. I mean, Lamar, the Beast, Silas, no joke. He done came with the eat my, oh my goodness gracious. You know, I ain't never seen that on TV history. Horrible situation for big man had to go through. Hold up. All right. I'm trying to get this one thing working right here, but seems I'm having an echo. Let me see one thing right quick. That wasn't good. Let me leave out of this with that echo. All right. So the recap for episode 4, fire episode, Lamar revenge. He was feeling a little bad. He thought that he had got the best of Meech, and Meech still alive, strutting like a peacock. And you know, he ready to take him down. Lamar always got new classics to sing, as we saw. But he wasn't feeling himself. He was feeling a little off. He wasn't able to do his normal beast mode things that he normally does. And it wasn't until his little perverted cousin told him, hey, you know, you the beast. Do what you do. And that right there, he put that battery in his back and it was on. I never seen anybody empty out a bag on somebody like that. That right there, they took it to a whole nother level, literally. So, all right, now I got this working a little better. Let me see. Can I put this up here? Now I'm happy. Got it working. All right. So, y'all can see my little Wakanda. Lala was more than great this episode. She was amazing. And now I see why they are in a relationship. I mean, dude, you can see the difference between Meech's sex scene with Soraya and Da Vinci sex scene with Lala. Hey, that was some monsters ball, real life looking stuff right there, okay? She had them cheeks. Now, Lala, she ain't been, you know, afraid to bear out them tatas in previous episodes and previous shows, but she had them cheeks out. Hey, and it looked like she real slim, too. Lala looked like she lost weight. Looked like she might be a little too skinny nowadays, but you know, she's slim. She showed it all, boy. So, I don't know. Hey, that right there. I don't know if you came up with this one, but hey, that's a good one. I wish I came up with this one. Lamar put the BM in F. That's genius. If you came up with that one, that's gold. That's gold. I wish I thought of that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. And whoever thought of that one, that's genius right there. He put the BM in the he put the BM in F. Come on, man. That's gold. You on fire if you came up with that one, man. So, man, BMF episode. So I said in my first reaction review that this the type of episode that if you have never seen the show, it's the type of episode that'll make you be like, what is this? And watch the show. I actually had somebody that never watched the show, and we watched this episode today, and she was like, what is this? She liked it, but she said it's a lot like Power, which that is true. Same writers, creators, same type of feel and vibe, but it's a little grittier. But yeah, man, that episode was fire. We saw a lot happening. Like Lucille, when she shut down the damn service, that right there was gold right there. I mean, she was wrong for that, for calling everybody out in that public way. But at the end of the day, she was right. Y'all don't even want my damn baby to breathe, as if y'all doo-doo don't stink, as if y'all ain't got no burp in the bag. Like y'all bags don't burp, you know? So, I just think that, she was right in that sense, but she was frustrated. I'm trying to get this stuff pulled up, so it's a little different now because I still don't have everything set up how I exactly want it. So I got to turn to the side instead of how I normally do it, where I can still set it up and face it forward. But nevertheless, Pastor Snoop, he was trying to get on with the sermon, but Lucille, she definitely ended all of that when she got up. And when she was doing that, I don't know if y'all peeped, but I think Charles was embarrassed. And Charlie was embarrassed of her and her support for Meech and them. And he even told the old girl, hell, if he wasn't my kids, I'd left too. And so when she came and said, I'm ready to go, he gave her the keys, I think, because he didn't want to ride with her. I think he was embarrassed and he didn't want to ride with her. And so she took the keys and left. And then after she thought about it and realized it, that's when she came back and said, Charlie, you need to ride in this car too. It might be some pie and dessert at the end of the trip. So he got options for sure. And, it definitely seems like she and her confusion is adding to their problems in the relationship. He don't even want to be bothered with her and her drama. She upset. She unsatisfied. She happy. She's sad. And is probably wearing him out, which is why he wanted to get that other ride, baby. Let's get that new ride. So I give it to you, Eric Iverson. It does feel like the ninth episode. It did have a little bit of finale type feel to it, because I guess maybe they do ride off in the sunset, so to speak, at the end of this episode. And so, it does kind of feel like a last episode type of thing. But overall, it's got a lot coming, because we see it's more like a transition, because now they'll be in Atlanta and we'll finally see what Monique gonna be bringing to the table. She gonna be a little Southern Belle hustler. So we'll see how it all work out with Monique. She a damn good actress though, so I'm sure she'll bring it. But I think this might have been one of the nails in the coffin for the relationship between Charlie and Lucille. I don't know what you all think. How many of you all think that she was out of line when she got up in church and started calling everybody out when your husband was spending money on them hoes, when you was drunk driving and they was sucking that stick? So she was wrong in a sense because they wasn't necessarily calling them out publicly, and they got the right to leave, but that hurt because she, a mother love her babies, and like she say, y'all saying my babies don't even got the right to live. Now she tries to blame their situation by saying they didn't come from a broken home, they came from a broken city. But the truth is they literally came from a broke ass home. If they wasn't so damn broke, maybe they wouldn't have felt the need to do what they did. You had them sharing milk. So it was a broke ass home is what it was. Y'all may have been together and it wasn't broken as in single parents, but it was no difference. Y'all had nothing. You could barely provide for them. And that motivated them to want to go out and get money to get what they wanted. So I don't know. I wouldn't blame the city on this one. I'm not going to exactly say it's Lucille and Charlie's fault that they became drug dealers, but they provided the motivation for them to want more very fast because they had nothing immediately. So, that kind of put that battery in their back. Relax and chill TV. You say Lamar love them big though. You ain't lying, boy. But one thing that was kind of sad is big girl ain't give him no love back. She talking about come back when you fully healed. Girl, why don't you put a little CPR on my thingy thing? Put a little CPR on it. It'll come back. You know what they say. You blow how many breaths you need to blow? Then you squeeze it a few times. Compressions. It'll be back to life in no time, just the way you like it. Try to get it over. But yeah, she left him hanging, dang-a-langing. Meech, he ain't dry. You see Terry ain't dry. Lamar, he only got a little chocolate sauce to lubricate his wheels. So, that was sad. The way they were talking, it made it seem like that was the same big girl from the bathroom. And then she even said we normally meet at the bathroom or whatever. But she looked a little different. And I thought that he paid that girl in the bathroom. So it don't seem like she the working type girl. She seemed like she got a job. She a nurse. So I don't know. You all let me know if that was her. I see Juan Marley said it was her. Y'all let me know. But I thought it was her at first. But then when she started talking and saying all that stuff, I thought maybe it's not. And I haven't went back to look at the pictures and do the research and examine. Let's go to the videotape. So I ain't did that yet. She did say we usually meet in the bathroom. She did say that. That's why I was a little confused because I could have swore he paid old girl. He had to borrow money to smash old girl or something in the bathroom. So what, she charged for dangalangs and things on the side? I got a, a la carte menu for dangalangs and things. Come on through. I get perks from my job. And I ain't talking about the pills, baby. I'm with RD. The other girl looked a little darker to me as well. She looked a little lighter, and her chin looked a little Jay Leno-ish. And so she had a little Leno-esque chin. Not to diss her. Hey, she all right. She cool, but she look a little different than the last girl. So Michael Young, you funny. So I don't know why Marley say she bite. Hey, everybody got what they call it, the gig economy. That's her gig economy right there. You know what I mean? So possible. Anyway, you know what? Let me see if I can put these pictures up here with this other computer. Probably not. See, some of this stuff I'm learning on the fly. Let me see. Oh, I might be able to. If I can, that'll be even better. Let me see. I'll just test it right quick and just put something up. Hold on. Let's see. Once I get all my setup together how I want, I'll be able to have multiple cameras, all kind of stuff. Let me see. Photos. Do they come up? Nope. All right. Well, it was just something to try while I was thinking about it. Body. All right. Speaking of body, even though she wasn't about it with Lamar and left the man hanging, I thought he was gonna actually might put some hands on her, but he didn't. And the reason why I thought that is because I was one of the people that said that even though he was a little crazy, deranged, I didn't think he was actually gonna put his hands on Cash Doll, and I was wrong. So with that being said, and shout out to my girl Miss Crafty, who was saying all along that he would, and I was saying no. So I was wrong. So now I won't put it past him. So I thought when she wasn't about to, tickle the pickle, oh snap, them draws of mine. I thought he was about to break off big draws, and I thought he was gonna rub that little nub on it or something, but he didn't do that. He left. His feelings was hurt, and it took his cousin to put the battery back in his back. Now, one thing about movies and TV that I like nowadays, and it's also helped me kind of revive my acting career, is that it's all about inclusivity, and they're trying to bring awareness to stuff. Now, some people could say certain agendas or things that they want to include may offend or bother or whatever. To each his own. But one thing they trying to do is put more people with health conditions on screen. All right. So I will say that although the actor doesn't have this real health condition, and although they did make it very funny when he dumped that dessert for Big Boy, I will say that, for people that are dealing with these type of conditions and things, it ain't always a joking matter. It can be sensitive for those people, and I just want to say to those people, shout out to you. Much support and love for everybody that got their issues, that they dealing with. Me, myself, I've been a person that's always been able to laugh at myself or laugh at others. So, but I've realized everybody's not able to, be that way. So if anybody, felt a little sensitive about this episode and the bag and they making fun of it and other things, I feel for you. Shout out to you. But to those that may not have known too much about this, like myself, it is kind of interesting to see that, hey, they trying to do their thing as well, like everybody else. And, hey, don't piss them off or else they'll get real shitty. Anyway, I couldn't help it. Sorry. So, moving on, we see that Lamar that took out his old crew. He took out Big Boy and he took out the other dude that was running his old set, top of the crew. And so now maybe he starts to work back in Detroit and get his footing back. But to be honest, I think we may not see no more Lamar because they go into Atlanta unless they decide to make Lamar follow them to Atlanta, or Lamar takes out B. Mickey and all those other people and gets revenge. What do you all think? Do you all think Lamar will take out B. Mickey? That's a good one. I think that he will, because they have built up B. Mickey's character. And now with Meech and Terry gone to Atlanta, we should be following Meech and Terry and not following them anymore. So either once they get in Atlanta, they get straight and then he reconnect with B. Mickey and they start moving stuff in the D through him, or we gonna see B. Mickey either get killed, Coach Cop try to lock him up, or shoot, I don't see no other option. He gonna either get killed, locked up, or he might end up working with Meech and them as they Detroit connect. So we'll see how it all ends up. But in the end, I don't see it ending too well for B. Mickey. Now, I know they could change up some things. The actual person that played B. Mickey did not die. So, with that being said, he may not die. And he may just do a little time. So, we'll see. One thing that I thought was kind of strange to me is that Coach Cop was sitting there with the camera outside of Terry's shop, and him and Gin and Juice, they was sitting there watching B. Mickey go in. Now we later see B. Mickey go get 5 bricks from Terry in a suitcase. Now Coach Cop and Gin and Juice still sitting outside, but he just walks away. Why they didn't pull him over? That's one thing that I noticed in this episode. When I rewatched it, I was thinking, they sitting outside. They just took pictures of him go in. What they do, leave? How he walk out with that suitcase of 5 bricks and they just cut to another scene? How'd he get away? So I don't know, man. That was a little off to me, because he got them bricks and then he left. And then also, after rewatching it, they pulled over. I now believe because I was watching, and the first reaction, I said, I don't see how she's going to get out of getting caught with the bricks, Denise. I now believe Denise is going to get away. They had no probable cause to search her car. They pulled her over because she was going too slow, talking about she could be holding up traffic. Wasn't no damn traffic. Then there was no drugs. She wasn't drunk, none of that. Now they searched the car and then find it. I think they're going to get that thrown out. I do. I think it was going to get thrown out, improper search and seizure, and Coach Cop blew it. He had a chance, and he jumped the gun and messed it up. And I do think that that's going to get thrown out now. Let me show you. Pull it up. But you can't pull her over for going too slow. And she's not under the influence or anything. She got all her paperwork and stuff. But you gonna what? Search her car? Why you just didn't write her a ticket? So I think that this is all gonna go away. And Terry and Meech got lucky as can be as far as her and the police and snitching. But they still owe Boone that money. And like he say, he wanted to charge interest and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Inflation. Don't give me a drink. That thing shook when he smacked it. Boy, I was like, oh, okay. People said it was plastic. That plastic jiggled. So I don't know. How many of you all think Denise is going to go to jail or snitch? Put a 1D if you think Denise is going to go to jail or snitch. Put a 2D if you think they're going to throw it out and she going to be all right. While I'm asking that question, you all let me know, how does the sound with the microphone now that I have the little extension with the arm? Does it sound clearer? Does it sound the same? No difference. Just let me know. Maybe I didn't need to get this. I'm gonna go send it back while I got the receipt. But you know, here he go, bottom lip hanging. He the reverse MJ. Instead of the tongue out, that bottom lip out. It's like a bloodhound. That bottom lip got a nose of his own. It started smelling the lead. Something wrong. So, I don't know, man. I think this definitely gonna get thrown out. She's scared as long as she don't start talking, which so far she hasn't said anything. They get her a lawyer. She all good. So, and then he all in the damn glove box talking about the factory. And from this picture, I still don't see what the hell he was looking at. So I don't know what he saw that didn't make sense. But he figured it out real quick and easy, like. So let's see what y'all say. We got a couple people say that case was suspect from the get-go. What cop pulls over somebody for driving too slow? If I was a cop, that's what I would be doing. I cannot stand somebody driving so damn slow, especially in the left lane. I will pull your ass over, but I ain't a cop. But if I was, man, you better move your ass over to the right lane. You say Hotspot Network, they trying to make it sound like she gonna snitch because of how she sounded on the phone, but she gonna either stay solid or get lucky. Exactly. I think she gonna get lucky. She gonna stay solid and get lucky because by not saying nothing, they ain't got nothing. Ain't that what Power used to say? They ain't had nothing. They ain't see nothing. So it wasn't nothing. Except they got a little more than that. But That's why police got to do things by the book. By the book. So, you know, you say Steve Harris lip does hang out and everything he does. It's surprising that he's Wood Harris' brother. Man, it is. They're very different. But I will give it to Steve Harris. He's a good actor, and I make jokes and stuff. But if you watching, I'm just joking. Steve Harris ain't watching this. But anyway, yeah, man, I think that that's gonna get thrown out, and I think she gonna be all good. And Terry and Meech, you know, I'm wondering how they gonna make this connect in Atlanta. You come down with a busted Benz, no money, no product, nothing. Meech got that gift of gab, boy, because anybody else would be like, man, you broke, you got nothing. What the hell would I work with you for? But, you know, we'll see. Kay Leezy, what up? You say you sound good, Jay, as always, but I don't want the mic blocking your face. Put it like this. Ain't too much to see on my face. Scare people away. See, what do y'all think about when Terry got into it with Pops about Denise? And Pops was saying, you better not be getting the drug business involved with this car business. And he said, if it wasn't for my drug business, we wouldn't even have this business. And Pops shut his ass up. Y'all think he was right or wrong? I mean, Pops damn near yoked his ass up. And I forget a lot of times this dude is in high school. I know I lived a fast and advanced life, but I really didn't. And when I see these guys, oh man, I didn't live a fast life at all. The things that they are doing in their high school years, I thought we did a lot and was pretty advanced in our high school years. I know people that was even doing more things and more advanced during that time than me. But these dudes, they grown men level as 17, 18-year-olds. Like, damn. So, you know, mama, you hurt him, my baby. But Terry looking at that man eye to eye. Well, one eye is at least. And, you know, you can't keep treating him like a baby. He doing grown man things. You're going to get treated like a grown man. And so, yeah, he's got a point. It's his money. It's his stuff to begin with. But I like how they said Meech ain't never lied about who he is. You've been pretending. And then they didn't put this in there, but because of him pretending and doing what he was doing, he put all of them at risk, because if they did get caught up with that, the burden of proof is on them for Pops to prove he had nothing to do with it and that they weren't a part of the business. And so, you know, that's the only thing I don't agree with. He was right, and I agree with him on that. But I don't agree that he put people at risk that, you know, wasn't in on it. They didn't know. So, you know, Damian Kinney, you say Atlanta was an open market in the 80s and 90s. That's why the brothers was successful. Little to no competition. Yeah, that's true. And, you know, they definitely was able to blow up like no other down south. And Atlanta, man, in the 80s, late 80s and 90s, it was like no other, man. Atlanta was popping. And for those that didn't go during that time period, you missed something special. It was like a little black Mecca, and all kind of businesses and parties, Freaknik, all that stuff. But Atlanta's changed a lot now. Now they still have a lot going on, and then now they have music and entertainment industry growing. But the culture has changed a little bit. And that was a special time, a real special time period. The 90s, man. Man, I'm glad I was alive in the 90s. I wish I was a little older, but it's cool because that mean I'd be a little older right now, and I'm trying to turn back the clock. But if anybody in the chat watching live or, on the replay, if you was living in the 90s, definitely give a shout out, say something about it. But the 90s was something special, man. But anyway, we see Terry after he made the mistake, because Meech told Terry to go and talk to what you call it. And instead he went and talked to Pat. He's supposed to go talk to Pat. He ain't go talk to Pat. He said Pat ain't never give him the time of day. He go talk with Boone. He make the mistakes. He thinking that he's making right moves. He makes these mistakes. And even me said, damn, man, you a dummy, man. We got to get out of here. We ain't got no money. You got the white girl busted. We ain't got no product. We got to bounce. And so Terry, realizing the heat is on, says it's one place I got to go first before I bounce. It's something I got to do. Now, Meech smashed before he left. Of course, they didn't talk about this, but it's just like, hey, they all had to get a little bit of goodbye nookie. And Meech's sex scene was very different than Terry's sex scene. We will say that. And so Terry had to go see Lala before he go. And so he went to go see Marquisha. He said, look, I got to see you before I go. He even had to get past security for that ass. He said, look, there she go. I need to see her. And she let him in. He bust through security, ready to fight for that love. He said, look, I was ready to go. I'm about to leave town. Boom, that work, it got messed up. Things ain't right. I'm out. And so he said, but I had to see you before I go. And that right there, that warmed her heart. Oh, he already told her, if I was with you, I'd treat you like a queen, not no servant. Which Boone does treat her like a servant. Go get this, go do that. Smack a little of that jello. That's what I thought. And Terry, he trying to see eye to eye real hard with her. And he in love. He sprung. She had to go ahead and give him a little something to think and remember her by. And boy, did she ever. Boy, did she ever. I mean, that looked real, real, real. And I'll tell you something on why I think this was real. So, when they're doing a sex scene, when they're filming it, there's people around. And a lot of times, it's kind of hard to really get into the scene because you got the cameraman and stuff. They'll have a closed set, which means that it's only the people that's working that day and nobody can show up and all that stuff. And they try to get it as intimate as possible so that it can come out real. It's kind of hard to make it intimate and real when you got a bunch of people standing around watching you and with cameras and all of that. But that's how they have to get the close-ups. Now, with this, I will show you something when they were doing part of the scene, because, of course, like most things, they do multiple takes. So as you see, they had the close-up scene right here, and while they was doing the close-up, okay, that looked like a typical, kissing, rubbing, touching stuff. Okay. But then when they had a scene that was far away, I think what happened is they just let them go at it and do the scene, and they stood far away and just had the camera like a peeping Tom type of thing. And that way they can lose themselves in the scene. And I think they did, and it was real. And I'll show you why. Because when they had this scene right here, wait a minute. Okay, I had to make sure I didn't have no cheeks out. I don't want to get in trouble. But you see how far away? Now they could have zoomed in. So they zoomed in with the camera, but they still far away looking through like a shelf or something. And while they was far away and doing that, they really lost themselves in that scene, and it got real. It wasn't like how Meech scene where Soraya was. They didn't lose themselves in that. And he even tried to put his thumb or whatever. She was like, boy, don't do that. This ain't that. But this, I don't know, man. That looked very, very real. And from my experience in this type of industry and things, I think they did that shot on like another take, second or third take. That mean they already done rubbed and did and stuff already a couple times. So they already hot and bothered. Third or fourth take, we gonna go back all the way back away, and y'all just go and do y'all thing, and we'll be out the way. And after they start going and doing whatever, they was like, man, because I'm going to tell you, he had his hands on 2 honey-baked hams, baby. They was glistening. As she said, right there. I think that was some real stuff right there. And they probably they forgot they was going to be mic'd up and they going to get picked up or something. Because that right there looked very real. Very, very real. You say that looked like an OnlyFans video in that shot. Hey, boy. Woo-wee. You ain't lying, man. So that right there is going to be, something else. Something else. So I see why now they in a relationship. Cause I don't know that if they weren't in a relationship yet, that scene is the moment it happened. That scene is the moment they really got close in a biblical way. They got to know each other, okay? And I was like, okay, she on her monsters ball type stuff. Okay. Go on get that Emmy, girl. Go get that Emmy. Bounce on that thing-a-lang. You say Lala got 2 of Brazil's best. Hey, I ain't gonna complain. I am not gonna complain, man. I ain't got nothing but love for you, baby. What do you say? Why you treat me so bad? I don't know why, baby. So we saw also that Meech and Terry on their way out of here. They trying to chill. Well, Terry trying to chill, talking about we got this long drive ahead. Meech, he trying to, listen to some gangster isms. And literally Lamar come out of nowhere and run their ass out of town. Now, they was already on their way out for basically messing up that money and that work and old girl getting caught. If that didn't happen, they wouldn't have left town. I really believe that. But because of that, they're like, man, them some big problems right there. We need to go. We ain't got no money, no work. White girl gonna snitch. Howard, lip hanging on the case. We gotta go. He's steadily licking envelopes daily like a burrito. He licking indictments, sealing indictments. So they bounce. And before they get out of town, here come Lamar crazy ass ready to dump doo-doo all on the damn situation, trying to piss on the parade. And he got a Jeep somehow, probably stole it. And he come ramming the damn Benz, tow it up, basically. So now they going down with a busted Benz, no money, busted Benz, no work, no ends. That's bars right there. Rolling in the busted Benz, no work, no ends. No. So, man, I'm surprised. Well, I guess neither one of them had a gun because they didn't try to shoot at Lamar or anything like that. They actually had to do some type of driving because he kept trying to get on the side of him. And Terry had to do the maneuver to not let him get in front of him because then he could have ran him off the road. Keep in mind, at this time period, that's the only SUV on the market was the Jeep Wrangler. I don't even think people was riding the regular Cherokee yet. So if it was, then was the only two out. So that Benz was in trouble going up against that Jeep. And so Terry did a good job of swerving to keep Lamar from getting in front of him. And while they was doing that, they was lucky enough to dip through some traffic and lose him. But that was a close one. Now, in reality, they should have been able to leave him because that Benz is faster than that Jeep. But caught him off guard. And one thing about Terry, he don't never see nobody following him, man. He ain't gonna never see it coming. He only got one eye, I guess, so he can't never see it coming. He ain't see Coach Cop following his ass. He ain't see this dude following him. So, definitely slipping on that regard. But they was able to avoid part 2 of the Beast, and they was able to not get doo-doo dropped off on them. I mean, I'm going to tell you, out of all the gangster shows that we've watched from all the Powers and Oz's and all of that stuff, the Wires, that might have been the worst kill I ever saw, what he did to Big Boy. I never thought of that, man. I mean, I've thought of some stuff and I've seen some stuff. I know I ain't thought and seen of everything, but wow, I never conceived of that one, man. Dude dumped that off on him. And I feel bad for Big Boy as an actor. Hey, man, you that doo-doo breath, man. Hey, you did a good job. You that doo-doo eater. I liked you when you got that doo-doo in your face, man. You did a good job, man. Good job, man. Damn, man. You known as the doo-doo man. Damn. Hey, man, y'all watch BMF, man. I be acting. You were acting? Yeah, man. I was the dude that had that doo-doo in his mouth. Check it out. Episode 4. It was a good one. Oh, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, man, what up, man? I ain't seen you in a long time, Big Draw. What up, man? Hey, what you been up to? I've been acting all straight up. What show you? What you be on? I was on BMF. Well, what? Yeah, I heard it about BMF. Yeah, man. What was you on BMF, man? I was the dude that ate that doo-doo. That's me. Good luck with that. Oh, man. Come on, Bigums. I feel bad for him, man. Because when he signed on for that role, he didn't know it would end that way. But he got paid. Shout out to DeMarcus Vaughn. Say Lamar emptying that colostomy bag on NATO after beating him down was insane. You can't stop the poop when it starts to... You can't stop the rain. You can't stop the chocolate sauce. They can't stop it when it's coming down. So, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, he got paid. Some people are actors for the love, and that's great. It's a beautiful thing. And some people want that money. And ain't nothing wrong with that either. It's a job. So I don't know which one he won. Maybe it's both. Some people are both. But at least he got paid. And he will be remembered. He definitely will be remembered. So Lamar Lucy's. Oh my goodness. Hotspot Network say yes. I was disturbed in that moment, even though it was supposed to be a next level type scene. Man, it was one of the few scenes that I saw. I was like, oh, it actually made me actually say that and do that. When I saw that, like, oh, snap. Oh, that was my reaction when I was seeing that one. I was just like, what? Okay. What? Come on, man. That right there was one of the things I ain't never seen. My lady, Miss Jocelyn. How about them Cowboys, Miss Jocelyn? How about them Cowboys? I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss. Sorry for your loss. I still love you. Hope you had a happy birthday. Cowboys didn't help much, but I'm going to have to come back and start doing sports again. Playoffs. It's the football playoffs. NFL. It's winding down. My Super Bowl predictions. Y'all going to hear it. I'm telling y'all that the Eagles are not going into the Super Bowl. They're too young, inexperienced. They're not ready. It's going to be Cincinnati and the 49ers. That's my Super Bowl pick. Anyway, get ready to wrap this up. Anything y'all wanted to talk about this episode or shout outs or anything before we go? Before I get up out of here. Stephanie said, fly, Eagles, fly. Look, the Eagles are baby birds. They just came out the nest. This their first year out the nest. They had an easy schedule. They did good. Next year, just like Cincinnati, last year, Cincinnati was fresh out the nest. They did good, but they didn't get all the way. This year, they ready. We'll see about the Eagles next year. But they ain't ready yet. 49ers are ready. 49ers are ready. Says another year the kicker and coach got to go. I picked the Bengals. Yeah, the kicker and coach of the Cowboys, they suck. I don't know why they got that coach in the first place when he was ran out of Green Bay for being basic and predictable. That's exactly what Jerry Jones wanted, because that way he could push them around. See, as long as Jerry Jones is there, he won't let people do what they do. He gonna always have to be included in stuff, and he don't know what the hell he doing as much as he think he do. So, anyway. Terry girl just got back in town, and now he leaving, and he wasn't trying to smash her before he left. He wasn't trying to get a little something to remember her by. He wanted to get some of that Marquisha, book up, glazed honey baked ham sitting on my dang on drumstick. That's what I wanted. I wanted 2 glazed honey baked hams sitting on my drumstick. So I said Bengals went. I said they did good. They just didn't win it. That's all. Going to the Super Bowl and winning it all, it's 2 different things. A lot of times they go and never go back the next year, like the Rams. But it's all good. Thank you, Kelly, for spreading love the Brooklyn way. Appreciate it coming through. Definitely appreciate coming through with the super chat. Let's see. You say Philly will win or the 49ers might be strong. My daughter, Uncle John Taylor, played with them back in the day. Okay, John Taylor, the running back. John Taylor, the running back, was a beast. So, yeah. It's all good. I mean, teams, they try to make it and things. I think because the way that the NFL is, every team doesn't play each other. They only up to 17 games. It's 32 teams. So they pick a schedule. If you had a bad record this year, they give you a schedule full of teams with bad records. And then all those bad record teams play each other, and somebody going to end up having a good record the next year. And that's what happened with the Bengals last year. They had the easier schedule. That's what's happening with the Eagles this year. It happens all the time, and it creates parity in football, and that's great. But you want to see them win when they have a good record, because when you have a good record, then they put you in games with other teams with good records. And then that second year, when you win with the good record schedule, like Cincinnati is doing, now they for real. They learned, they grew from that first season where they had the bad record, but they won. Now they win against the good record teams. It's on. So I think the Eagles is having a lot of success because they had the bad record schedule this year. If they win next year with the good record, then I'm on it. So we up out of here, y'all. Talking and grubbing, you say, yep, if you're a division winner, you play all of the division winners from that season. Yeah, see? It gets harder. So when you win that next year, then you good. That's why you got to give the Patriots a little credit when they kept winning all those years. Now, they was in a weak division, but they didn't keep getting bad record schedules. So, Miss Jocelyn, you say, I was glad that Meech finally got on board with his boys. He gave them 10 $1 bills to leave, saying, "This all I got." Yeah. I mean, Meech, he kept it real. And his one partner, that when Meech got shot, he said, "Man, you got in way of them bullets. You pushed me out the way." He was like, "Man, it wasn't your beef." It's like, man, hey, that's real right there. In that moment, he was ready to take those bullets for his friend because he knew his friend ain't had nothing to do with that. That's a real dude right there. That right there, if that's how it happened, I give 100% respect to Meech on that, man. That's some real gangster stuff right there. He pushed dude out the way and got in the way of the bullets to make sure his partner didn't get hit because he knew he ain't had nothing to do with that. That's some real G stuff. If I was with a friend and that's what he did for me, I'd have his back for life too. For real. That's a real friend. That's some real stuff right there. A lot of people don't even think like that, let alone in the moment. And so, you know, and so you're saying that is exactly how it happened. And so if that's exactly how it happened, damn. Meet's a real one, man. I give it to him. And all the things that I've seen about Meech, documentaries, videos, all that stuff, interviews, people really love Meech, man. He had a personality that really brought people together. And so, and then when you do stuff like that, that makes that bond even stronger because you know it ain't just words, it's real with him. And so, you know, that right there, that was real, that was fire. And I don't blame dude. Now, one thing I'll say that I give Charlie a little credit is that he said, oh, when they was leaving, I ain't got much, but I'm gonna give you everything I got. And he put that money in their pocket and told them, you know, y'all stay together and have each other back no matter what. So, you know, even though he don't approve of what they got going on and the life they live in, and he been giving them hell to do things differently, that's still your boys. And he still put that money in their pocket and told them, man, be careful, have each other back. That had to be tough. You got to see your kids on the run, something like that. Don't know when you see them again, what's happening. They just still teenagers. That is just so hard to realize for me. I think because neither one of the actors are teenagers, so I keep forgetting that part. It helps. They're not teenagers, but you know, they probably couldn't have gotten two teens. Plus, they got to go through different years of their life and stuff. So, but man, they so young, man. So anyway, we'll see how it goes and with the future. Okay, you say John Taylor played wide receiver. Yeah, he caught that pass in the end zone. That's the one he caught with Joe Montana rolled to the right and threw it between I thought John Taylor played running back though. I must be thinking of somebody else. But okay, that's what's up. So that was John Taylor that caught that pass in the end zone, in the back of the end zone. That's one of them famous highlight plays in NFL films. Okay. Okay, Samara said he gave him tease money. I guess that's technically, I guess you're right. He gave him his money back. But he said that's all he got. All I got is all that I took from you. And now I'm going to give it back. Have a good one. That's funny. So I talked about this earlier. I think that they're not going to kill off B. Mickey just yet. The real person that they based this character off of is not dead. So I think that while Meech and them, once they get stuff straightened out in Atlanta, they'll probably hit him up and contact him to maybe run stuff in Detroit or bring him down to Atlanta. So I don't think that he'll be dead or go to jail though just yet. Stephanie, I agree. I think it was tough for him, but I do think he glad they gone because he knows that they were selling drugs and people were getting shot and And it's a lot of bad to go with the drugs and the crack era. And so, you know, he definitely was upset that they were doing that. And he was happy to see him go. I mean, we saw what he said in the church. Hell, he might have left too if it wasn't his damn boys, his own boys. So it is what it is, like he said. So one of the favorite scenes of this episode before I go is when he was in there talking with Lamar in jail, not the jail, police station, and the Batman versus the Joker. And he said, yeah, well, your burnt ass still gonna end up losing. Cause the Batman's still the hero. Batman still gonna come out on top. Your burnt ass always trying to do something. Ain't gonna work. Yeah, but the Joker and the Batman, they just end up never getting the best of each other, just sharpening each other's skills. He want to make sure the Batman knows that these are the last eyes he sees before he turn out that light. Boop. So, Roger Craig, man, legendary. Batman still the hero, still coming out on top. What your burnt ass trying to do ain't gonna matter. I ain't afraid of him. That's funny though. They said y'all both shot each other. First one to talk gets the deal. And neither one of them had nothing to say. That was real right there. Like he said, I told you he ain't gonna talk. I told you he ain't gonna snitch. Let me get them keys. Put it right here. Put the key right here. Boop. Put the key right here. That's my little keychain, my wallet. Boop. So we'll see what's up. I'm wondering what's up with Jen and Juice, considering they just brought her in and she's been a strong character. I'm wondering what's her role gonna be. We saw that the Lip was on the case for 20 years. The Lip been on the case for 20 years, but we didn't see her. She look a little older than him, but it could just be the gray hair. You know, the Lip don't got no hair, so kind of hard to tell unless he gets some gray in his beard. So we'll see. This is a really good question. Which show do I like best? BMF, Godfather of Harlem, Snowfall, or Ghosts? Well, Power Book 2, Ghosts would be last. I would say I would say maybe Snowfall would be there. So if I put it in order, BMF would be first. It's close between BMF and Godfather of Harlem, but what Lamar just did, that definitely put that over the top as a show. And this is a good comparison because they both in the second season and around the same point. So, you know, oh no, it's the third season of Godfather of Harlem. But with that being said, I'm going to give it to BMF, Godfather of Harlem, then Snowfall, then Ghost. So I said Lamar popped up in the bathroom mirror like Michael Myers on old boy. Boop. What the fuck? Bob bust his head and dude, Lamar was fighting with the bag flopping. Why this man fighting with the bag flopping, half full flopping? I noticed that on the replay. I'm like, man, dude should have bust his bag, made it fart on him or something. Squeezed it back in him or something. Got a return. I'm just saying that because Lamar is crazy and fighting and doing all of that with this stuff. And he need to at least wait 3 months and heal. Anyway, Lamar is something else. Godfather of Harlem is a very good show. Very good show. You know I'm just joking. You can't. I'm just joking. And again, I make jokes about stuff, but I don't try to make or put nobody down or make fun of. So it's a difference. But not to say that's what you was thinking or anybody accused me of. I'm just saying. But yeah, it don't work that way. Thank God. You know how many people would be having a problem if they can go back in? That would be horrible. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it would be horrible. If somebody could just squeeze it back in you, that would be something. But I was telling people about that Lamar versus K9. I didn't think it might go down the way everybody was saying. And now I see I might be right. Now I thought they may end up with something happening, but it wouldn't be the direct confrontation that a lot of people thought. But now I don't think they may have anything to say with each other at all, really. At least it won't be because of Meech and Terry and everything. So, All right, y'all. I'm about to wrap it up. I hope y'all had a good one. I appreciate all of y'all's support. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. One of the things I'm about to start doing after my shows, and I'm gonna start doing it this weekend, is after the show, I'm gonna keep the conversation going and call it a little Mo time. We're gonna have some Mo time. Join me for Mo time and Discord and the membership. We can keep these conversations going and many more. So with that being said, I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one. Shout out to Samara. What's up, sis? How you feeling? Hope everything's all good with you. Everybody, y'all have a good weekend. I'm up out of here. Deuces. And I'm out.